Hi everybody! Today I want to talk to you about some books I really love and that have helped me to get where I'm right now. Uh, these are only some of them. I really like these. Before I start, I would like to say that this video is not sponsored by anyone. I am not being paid to do this. I also bought all of these books. They were not given to me. I am doing this video to show you these ones that I really love and that have helped me, and I think they will help you too. So I will start with this one, The Great Book of Woodburning by Lora S. Irish. I think this woman needs no introduction. She's an amazing artist. She has 4 websites. One of them is lorasirish.com. You probably know her. She's an amazing pyrography artist. She's from Maryland in the United States and established her studio in 1984. This book is from Fox Chapel Publishing, it's from 2006. And here you can find lots of information as well as on her websites. I will place the links in the video description below. You have, of course, the basics, the single temperature burners, and the variable temperature also, how to clean the tips, how to choose your wood, preparing the surface, transferring the patterns, and she always also speaks about color, about watercolor and oil paint. I think that in watercolor I should say that I would advise you to use something first before using watercolor, or it will bleed in your work. It will bleed through the wood. Anyway, she explains it here. Some burning tests for you to know the tips, what they do and how they work with different temperatures. She has a chart also, patterns, a practice board. This is very important. I didn't get to do this, but if you have the time, you should do this. This is important to know what the tips do, creating textures. This is a reference board that will allow you to use, that can be used along your work. More variations, texture and shading, light and dark exercises, more textures. Now we've reached the practice and exercises. She gives us these patterns and makes them step by step. They are very detailed. You have the different areas with different textures and values. They are numbered, so you can make them. There are many patterns, different ones. This one was made in a gourd. If you haven't tried it, it's very fun. It's a little bit hard because of the gourd shape, but the final result is very interesting. This is I've made this one to give to a friend of mine. It's a very beautiful pattern, I really love it. And more advanced projects, also numbered, with the various textures and elements. You can also find free patterns and patterns you can buy from her website. You can take a look. This is a very interesting book. I've made some of these projects myself. I really like it. The next one I'm going to talk about is Woodburning Project and Pattern Treasury by Deborah Pompano. She is also an American artist from Connecticut. She's working on woodburning since 2002, and that's when she discovered woodburning, pyrography, and she's a teacher since 2009. This book is from 2011. It also starts with the tools and materials, in this case coalwood, the various pens and tips, sanding, also applying color. She talks about watercolor also, and finishes the workspace, which is very important. And also about the designs, the light and shadow, inspiration, textures. She usually adds some sayings in her designs, which is also interesting, because you can work with lettering, gathering the pattern together. These borders she does very well, combining elements. How to correct mistakes. This is very useful. Cleaning your tips. Shapes, watercolor. And we've reached the step-by-step project, where she explains how you can make the project, the various textures, the way she works the feathers with arrows, so you know where to move from, in which direction you should make them to get the same result. And lots of patterns, the original pattern and how she made it in wood. So this is one of the results you can get. Of course, this is not, it depends on your style, it depends on the wood you're burning on, it depends on the machine you have. but this is one of the final result you can get. She has lots of projects, beautiful projects, some easier, some others more complicated. Many different, for example, this is a round shape. You have lots of different shapes. You can use part of the design, you can use all the design if you have the same shape, if you're working on the same shape. And at last you've got a gallery with some works. So this is also a beautiful book from Fox Chapel Publishing. Also, this next one is called Pyrography Designs. Is a book from Norma Gregory. She's actually a botanical artist from the UK. She also has a website called normagregorybotaниcalartist.com. This book is from 1999. She was made associate of the British Watercolour Society, and she has been doing botanical illustration for 50 years, I think, and teaching pyrography for about 30 years. The book also starts with the various pyrography machines and textures and tracing the designs. You can use, as I've told you in other videos, you can use a soft pencil like 4B to 9B, soft lead pencil, graphite pencil, to fill the whole design, or maybe just the main lines of the design, and then you can place it over the wood and trace it that way. It's easy, cheap, and it's the safest way to trace your designs onto the wood or onto your surface, paper. These designs are all drawn by hand with pencil. They are also shaded. She talks also about adding color with watercolors. And the finishes, varnish. Then the book is divided into these sections: animal life, plant life, Christmas designs, spoon designs, borders, designs for boxes, and knotwork designs. As I've said, all the designs are drawn by hand and are shaded also with a pencil. This is how they look like. I find them, I've used some of these. At first I thought they had little shading, but it's enough. You can add some more if you want, but I have the main shading. So some of them are very shaded, so I think they are very good. This is an awesome book. I really like this one. You also have this gallery at the end. You can take a look. So this is Pyrography Designs by Norma Gregory. And then I have the next ones are from Dover Publications, and these are free to use without any special permission. You can use, as they say here, you may use the designs and illustrations for graphics and craft applications free and without special permission, provided that you include no more than 10 in the same publication or project. So you're free to use them. These ones are flowers, just flowers, 100 of them. The shading is achieved by these dots. They are all shaded this way. The outline is like this, and the shading are dots. But I think they are enough. They give you the main shading positions, so you will be able to do the shading perfectly, and you can also add some more shading if you want. This is one of the first books I bought. Treasury of Flower Designs by Susan Gaber from Dover Publications. This is another one from Dover Publications. As you all know, I really love flowers, and these books were really helpful at the beginning, and they still are. I love these projects, these designs. This is basically the same thing as the other one. You have the outline, and then you have the shading with dots and some lines. This one also has some lines in the designs. You have a lot of them in different shapes. You can do a border with this, for instance. You have these oval shapes, some borders. This is a very interesting book from Charlene Tarbox. I hope I've said it correctly. And the last one is just incredible. I really love this one. This one is also from Dover Publications. It has 2,400 royalty-free illustrations of flowers, trees, fruits and vegetables by Jim Harter. This book is amazing. The illustrations, the shading, it's really incredible. These are really good. And as the other two, these illustrations are free to use without special permission. as long as you don't include more than 10 in the same publication or project. So it's incredible. This is really amazing. As you can see, the illustrations are mind-blowing. They are really, really good. Very well shaded. You have so many different things here. Let me go back to these are botanical images. Let me see how the book is organized. So you will have botanical image in section 1, appendices of botanical image in section 2, additional trees, edible food, nuts, fruits, vegetables, legumes, grains, beverages, herbs and spices, medicinal herbs, narcotic and psychotropic plants, plants with miscellaneous uses, vases and urns, decorative flowers and plants, window gardens, greenhouses, gardening and gardening tools, decorative borders and motifs, and glossary of plate references. This book is a must-have. You also have another one with animals that I would really like to buy, and I will buy one of these days. You have the trees here. They are perfect for pyrography. They are really, really good. This is a must-have book. Cactus. More flowers. Leaves. More leaves. This is a never-ending inspiration source. The flowers are just amazing, are gorgeous. I will leave the name of the books, of course, the authors, and a link to Amazon, where I bought them. I love the other ones, but this one, I think you should really have this. It's really, really good. Greenhouses. This is amazing. This is very beautiful. And as you can see, you have lots of detail, shading. This is really incredible. This is my favorite for reference designs. Plants by Jim Harter from Deborah Publications. And so this is what I wanted to talk to you about. I hope this helps you with choosing your designs, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have any question or something you would like to know, please feel free to ask in the comments below, as usual. I will reply also as usual, and thank you for watching.